Good morning and welcome to this segment of Drops and Words. My name is Shabnam Samuel Takar and I am your hostess this morning. So we are here this morning with Seema Nair. Thank you so much, Seema, for being here. And we're here to talk about holistic healing. Now, holistic healing is spelled WHOLISTIC, healing. Can you tell us a little more about what this concept is?
Sure. First of all, thank you so much for having me on your segment.
You're welcome.
For holistic healing, while healthcare has primarily focused on fixing the body, there is a growing recognition that our healthcare system could do more by promoting overall wellness, because they're only thinking about physical body. But whereas we should be looking at the social, psychological factors also. So in holistic healing, we are trying to bring 4 spectrum of our life. They should be healed. Like for example, you go to the doctor for high blood pressure,
right.
And the doctor is going to look at, oh, your blood pressure is high, and he's going to prescribe medicine,
right.
And he's going to say you have to do diet control, you have to exercise. What actually he is doing? He is actually emphasizing the physical body.
Correct.
Right?
Correct.
So, but the doctor doesn't know the real cause for high blood pressure, because doctor doesn't have that kind of time. But if he spend a time, he said, when does it started? He may found out, okay, she's going through divorce, or she may have lost job. You know, the real cause for that sickness. So, if he will find that cause, then he doesn't have a time how to, heal those factors. So I'm not saying you stop going to the doctor, but I'm just saying I want to work with the doctors so that the people, when they have those symptoms, they prescribe their medicine, but they also send them to a people. They can teach them breathing exercise, how to calm yourself. And breathing exercise means pranayam. Not just yoga or running. So pranayam, with pranayam we can heal so many internal organs, and they should learn how to heal our body, because we are the one who brought the disease within our body, and we are the one who can cure our body. Because if you say, if I have for example, I have a resentment towards somebody who didn't treat me right.
Right.
So I keep blaming that person. So what I'm doing, I'm actually harming my body, right?
True.
Even though he is the reason.
Because all that is inside you.
Yeah, inside me. So I am not letting it go. So if they come in this holistic healing, they will learn, let go this thing, and do pranayam, learn healing, and do meditations. So by doing that, we will heal the person completely. So it's a holistic healing.
Okay. So what is the difference between holistic healing, HOLISTIC healing, and holistic healing, WHOLISTIC healing that you do? What is the difference?
Well, most people are familiar with HOLISTIC,
Correct.
holistic healing pertaining to religious affiliation. And whereas holistic, WHOLISTIC, refers to spiritual individualistic path to self-betterment. At holistic healing, we focus on the healing of you as a whole, mind, body, and soul, and social factors such as a relationship, career, self-image, thought process, and personality. And we have a 4 spectrum of health, like spiritual. Do you feel connected, or you feeling disconnected with your higher self?
Okay.
Higher self.
Okay.
And then you say emotional. Am I feeling joy, or I am feeling despair? We are the one who can tell. And then mental. Am I positive, or am I negative? And then physically, my body is functional or dysfunctional. And when do we go to the doctor? When our body is dysfunctional.
True.
But so if we cure those first 3 spectrum, it will not go in that body. So we have like 5 bodies. I don't have time to explain 5 bodies today, but we need to know from which body to which body the disease come. Before it goes to the physical body, we can heal that.
Awesome. Wow. Now, are they based on any set principles? The holistic healing that you do, are they based on any principles as such?
I will say there are several principles. Like first is acceptance. first you need to accept the situation as it is. I'm not saying situation is you are happy with the situation. You may not be happy, but you accept it. And another is self-acceptance. I made a mistake. I need to let it go, right? I have to just say, don't go in that guilt. Otherwise, you will be again doing injustice to your body. So second is like open-mindedness. Open-mindedness means being respectful and receptive and new to different possibilities. So when they come, they should be open to anything. And then gratitude. Gratitude is the feeling and expression, appreciation of what we have, right? So when we eat food, at least, how many people we remember, who grow these, crops. We don't remember all these things. So if we have a gratitude for every single thing, we will not spend time what we don't have. We will spend what we have, and we have a lot.
True.
And then humility, the feeling of attitude that you have no special importance that makes you better than others. So that way the ego doesn't come. Means I'm not better than other people, everybody is equal. Patience. So when they are learning this thing, you have to have a patience, because the things when we got sick, it didn't come overnight.
It builds up.
It's right. So just be patient learning new technology, the healing, breathing exercises and meditations. Integrity. So there are two levels of integrity. When what you do is consistent with what you say, when your action match your words, and when how you seem on the outside fits and how you feel on the inside. So I always say, whatever you see, are you truthful? Right?
Are you what you are,
right.
what you seem to be?
I do healing. First, I need to see myself. Do I heal my own circumstances, right? So that's what I will say. Faith is a belief not based on actual evidence or proof. The practice of faith includes the belief in a power beyond oneself, along with a conscious relationship with that higher self. So if I say, give me an example, faith, you have to experience it. You come, learn the pranayam, healing, meditations, and feel who I am, and then the faith will come. And forgiveness is very, very important. Like we have to forgive is to let go of the hurt. So when we are hurt, we are like holding on to it. And when we forgive, we think we are giving a favor to other person. No, when we are forgiving, actually we are giving favor to ourselves, because we feel relieved after that.
Right.
So then we will say you should offer some kind of service to the people. So that really makes you content. You feel peace.
Giving of yourself.
Right. So and it's unconditional love. So don't accept something back, and which is usually we have unconditional love for our kids, right? They do good or bad, we still give them. But if we apply that approach towards the humanity, I'm sure we will be, healing a lot of factors within our own life.
Now, this is all so interesting. How did you get into this field?
I actually, this feeling is, I think it's born with, it's like I didn't develop overnight. My mom was very spiritual. So she was doing a lot of meditation. She was going to her Guruji. And when I see her, I didn't know what meditation is. I just saw and I just pretend I am doing a meditation, but I felt very good just sitting and not thinking anything else. And then in a school, I was always a bright student. So in a school, I was a monitor in the class. So, but I will teach my classmates who are not doing very well in the study. And when I was teaching them, they're getting good grades. It was giving some kind of contentment. So when I was in a college, I came to know there was 3 kids not doing very well in the school. My friend was a teacher. So she told me, can you tutor them? I tutor them, and after a couple of months, they start getting A+. And I was like amazed, Then I came to know everybody has everything within themselves. Only thing is you just have to bring it, like manifest
Nurture
it,
it,
right? So for those kids, I learned that if you treat them, with love, those intelligence was there. It's not like they were not good kids, but they learned it through that. So, and then when I came in USA, I was first practicing Buddhism and different kind of faith, and I learned a lot from those Kriya Yoga, different meditations, and I was going and offering that service to the people, and I was feeling like I'm feeling accomplished, right? And having this holistic healing idea, this is given by one of my primary care physician. When I go and see my doctor only once in a year, just to have my physical checkup because I have insurance. So when she do my physical checkup, she said, "You're becoming younger and younger every year." So I told her that, what do I do? And she said, when she came to know the concept behind, like I'm not treating my body like a physical body, and when we develop disease, we come to the doctors, the cause is different. She said, "This is really interesting, why don't you bring your brochure?" I was like, okay. I didn't take it very seriously. Then second time I went next year. She said, "Where's your brochure?" I'm like, wow, she's very, she's serious about it. So last year, some beautiful episode happened in my life. I went into a very deep meditations, and where I was experiencing, I am that I am, I am everything, So it was like I was in a lot of blissful state, and then I remember my primary care physician, inspiring me again. So I got up early in the morning. I do not know, my higher self was working. So I created this brochure in one sitting. I went and picked up the pictures, and one of my friend and my daughter, they made a little bit correction, and then this came into existence in one day. So we are very creative inside, but only thing is we are not manifesting
tap
that.
it and
Tap it, right.
Tap it. This is wonderful. Thank you so much for coming here. Now, if I want, can I do this on my own, or do I need somebody to guide me through it?
In the beginning, there are few things, you learn it, and then when you come to me, you will just learn these things, but you have to put it into a practice. It's not like you learn it and in one sitting you self-realized.
It's like everything else. You got to practice doing it.
Right.
Thank you so much for sharing all this with us, Seema. I'm fascinated by it. I hope our audience is too. And I hope to have you back again on my show sometime soon.
Sure.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, viewers. I hope you all enjoyed it. And we will see you next month on Dewdrops and Words.